Again, I feel very happy to interact with all the participants, especially from University School of Studies of our university, as well as from other institutions, other universities, various parts of our country. And in the first session, we have discussed so many important points related with open education resources, as well as about the MOOCs and legacy of MOOC, how we have started our journey, or a MOOC has started his journey towards the betterment of the education for the betterment of the society. In the first session, we have discussed so many important points about open education resources, about MOOC, and what are the benefits, definitions of MOOCs. In this session, we will try to discuss and to guide you about how to submit your proposal, your project, in fact, we can say, of MOOCs for the same. And before that, we are going to start about various applications, various format, various detailed information about the same. I would like to go with some information and link of my SWAYAM course, Society and Media. Is the front or a first page or an opening page of Society and Media, where you can see the various important points related with the MOOC course, Society and Media, where you can find the logo of SWAYAM and logo of University Grants Commission. And if a student wants to join, you may search join and sign in or register here. Every course has its basic idea, basic understanding about to join and other things related with the MOOC course. Where any student, any person, we can say, and where you can find out the course detail, Society and Media, and you can prepare or you can showcase your course, your post in a poster, where you can showcase your basic idea, or we can say in the management kind of a sales kind of a point or a things, that you can, what are the USP, what are the USP of your course, you may develop with your this type of a poster. And this poster can be accessed, can be circulated to everyone, so that every student, every scholar can easily understand about your course, like UGC, PG, MOOC in Society and Media, where your course, the name of course or a title of course. Course starts date 15th July 2019. Course in, you must share the information where your course will start and where and when your course will complete or end. That is 15th July, the course will start, and 30th of October, your course will end. And 4 quadrants about course coordinator. Here is a 15-week course. You must share 15-week course, 4 credit. You must share the information related with the credit. That's why your student or a scholar will join the 4 credit. And again, your university or institution name will be shown here, and MHRD, Government of India's emblem, can be placed here. This is the, you know very well about the same. And course layout, in which course summary, we have discussed in previous session that my course was launched in July 2019 and completed on 30th of October 2019. Then at present, this the front page of my course shows course has been completed. Course is complete elective and 15 weeks starting date, something related with the course summary. And here is the course layout. What do you understand about the course layout? You must understand about what is the basic idea to showcase about the course layout towards your stakeholders. What are you going to do in the coming weeks or in your course as well, so that it must be shown on the front page of your website, or a page of your course layout. Week 1, what we will do, week 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And here are the books and references of your presentation, of your content, of your course, that you can understand, you can show it. After that, instructor biodata, who will instruct. You must show your understanding about your profile, or a brief profile, we can say. After that, the research associate or a project associate can be placed on the same front page, where you can share your information, your understanding, and what are the facilitators who will facilitate the course of the MOOC course, like teaching assistant of the same, Mrs. Priyanka Sachdeva, Mr. Namit Vikram. And again, you can see course certificate, 30 marks will be allocated for internal assessment and 70 marks will be allocated for external proctored examination. And examination will be conducted by NTA, National Testing Agency, it's a Government of India organization, where you can understand about the same. And you can get your certificate after completion of your course. Here the MHRD and SWAYAM, and download. If you want to download the application, you may go to Google App and you can. Then we can go to again to my presentation. Here, an introductory video. You must show an introductory video where you can find out the detail of the same. You can go to our front page or a website of our MOOC course, and you can find out the same about the promotional video or introductory video, where you can introduce your course towards the scholars, towards the students for the same. Again, most important point related with submission of MOOC's proposal. And I do believe that every participant of this very valuable FDP, they want to understand about how to submit MOOC's proposal. Then we can go through this slide or this presentation, and we may understand. And I do believe that after completion of this presentation and this FDP, every participant will be able to understand about open educational resources, about MOOC, and can submit proposal for the same, for their MOOC's proposal. They can submit on the platform of Government of India or CEC or UGC or NPTEL or any kind of a website or a platform. Submit the proposal. the same proposal can be submitted to the link, where you can find out the link cc.nic.in cc/moocs, and with the video link to be uploaded on YouTube and the updated profile. The filled form can be submitted at the email address I am sharing here with cc.mookproposal@gmail.com for UG courses, and for PG courses cc.pgmook@gmail.com for
Hello.
PG courses. Yeah. Submission of MOOCs proposal and guidelines for video. And we have discussed in the previous session, it's important content and component of the MOOC is the video. Video is the most important component of your MOOC, with the content, with the reference, and with the various kind of a pages, questions, multi-choice questions, etc. And we can discuss about the how to produce, how to prepare a good, attractive video to attract maximum of the scholars, maximum of the enrollment, we can say. Guidelines for video. And I had gone through the whole session of FDP, and I found that there may be a resource person will discuss, will interact with you for how to produce, how to prepare a good video. Then you may able to understand the nuances of how to produce, prepare best videos for your MOOC proposal and for your MOOC course as well. Video must not be like a spoken tutorial. First, you have to understand about the point. It must not be as a spoken tutorial. Then you are speaking and you don't think about what will be the reaction from the respondents, or we can say from the participants, or we can say from the students, from the scholars. It must be interactive manner to interact, to build a good relation or a rapport with your scholars, with your students. Then your video should be in a proper manner, should not be like a spoken tutorial. A clear description of visuals as well as text is required, because if you will not describe well, or description will not be as good as possible, then you cannot connect with your scholars and the students. Training, demonstration, and illustration of examples, case study, documentary should be added wherever applicable. You must include training, demonstration kind of a things related in your video, illustration of examples, case study, documentary. All are the important points related to be the most or must be interactive in terms of various kinds towards the scholars, towards the participants or the students of your course. The video duration for the entire course to be about 20 hours for 4 credit course, and the video duration for the entire course to be about 20 hours, and the duration of full one module video should be 25 to 30 minutes or more. But I found that the video of 25 to 30 minutes is good to strengthen and to connect with your students and to your scholars and to enrolled candidates with your course. And if you want, you may divide your 25 to 30 minutes videos in 2 to 3 parts, like 8 to 10 minutes to engage the students' attention throughout the course, you may start 10, 10 minutes video, and after that you may start the course. Then you can start with again, and they will do again and again, and they will feel connected with your whole course. And next, submission of MOOCs proposal. If you will prepare, or if you will start making a video, after that you must share with the proposal platform, or where you will submit your proposal. And the guidelines for video: the expert teacher whose video is being recorded should look straight into the camera lens. You should know how to prepare, prepare a best attractive video with this type of a suggestions, with this type of a important points. When you are going to prepare a video, you should understand about pros and cons, about basic ideas, so that you can understand the whole idea. The audio has to be clear, of superior quality. Make it sure that there is no distracting background noise, no reading from teleprompter. It's most important. The communication and media people, they understand, and we know about that what is the need and scope of teleprompter. But if you would like to talk with the student, then you must speak in extempore word. There is no need to use a teleprompter for your speaking, for your tutorial, for your video presentation. There is no need to use. And video must include, and we can discuss, and you have to understand, and we understand about the same. Video must include multimedia, animation, documentary, simulation, graphics, and virtual lab. It is the main important point. You should know if you will use multimedia, animation, documentary evidence, simulation, graphics, and virtual lab appropriately, then you must connect, you must attract, you will attract maximum towards your student, towards your enrolled student, towards your scholar. Then you should know, you should have basic idea how to prepare, how to produce a important or a attractive kind of a, or a information about the same. You should know about the same. Profile. As we have discussed, we should aware about the profile of the course coordinator. It's very important point. If you will submit your proposal on the platform of any platform where you can important, or you can take it, CC, UGC, NPTEL, XYZ. Then after submission, they have a national advisory committee, national experts who will see your proposal, after evaluation of your proposal, where the content is important, where video is important, and your profile is important, your title of project is important. After that, you can understand about the same, and after that, they will approve your proposal for next level. And after that, you will be able to start your course, and they will give you a project money, approx 13.5 lakhs for one project, or a one course, we can say. Then your profile must be reflected with your past contributions, especially highlighting the research work. Research work is important, and we know that research is the backbone of development of any subject as well as for the faculty members. That's why we always put forward our research publications, research material in front of the selectors or experts of any expert, we can say. First, and especially if you have any contribution towards the open education resources like EPG Pathshala, and there are so many faculty members of our university. They have contributed their best efforts, their better understanding towards the EPG Pathshala. And I know from law department, from the education department, from the communication and media, which is department of mine, and many professors and faculty members have contributed their best efforts in EPG Pathshala and MOOC that will showcase the ability as MOOC coordinator. It means if you will reflect your research idea, then the experts and the selection committee can understand you can derive your project. Your ability to derive the project can be shown with your performance, with your research projects. If you carry forward this type of a project or a MOOC project, before that, if you are having a good knowledge, understanding your contribution, it will be the research project. It must reflect your ability of leadership quality, managerial skills that you can understand and you can manage your project earlier, and the same you can do with your best efforts for this project or a next project like MOOC project. And understanding about the MOOC can reflect you are having better understanding about open educational resources as well as for the MOOC course, so that you are able to lead the MOOC course for the next level. Then you must include your profile like basic understanding, basic points. Again, what is plagiarism? If you have prepared your video, you have prepared your good profile, after that you must know about your plagiarism. Plagiarism about your content. It must be reflected your ability, your understanding towards the subject. Then use the words or ideas of any person, your own words or ideas to steal and pass off. You know very well and you know better than me about the plagiarism, about the nuances of plagiarism, and how can you overcome with the plagiarism in your content or with your content. You are having good understanding about the plagiarism because UGC has sensitized many times towards the academia, towards the higher education, towards the faculty members about we should avoid plagiarism with our content. Then we should go forward to the next presentation. And there are, you know very well about copying someone's work, citing a source improperly, failure to cite a source. You must cite, you must inform, you must write the reference of the original one or a first one with your content. It must be important point. What is self-plagiarism? And I recall 15 days or a month back, UGC has circulated very much guideline or a notice about this self-plagiarism. We must understand about the self-plagiarism. We know about the plagiarism, but we should know about the self-plagiarism. What do you understand about the self-plagiarism? If you will cite, if you will take content, you will cite content, you will take information from your own work that has been published earlier, and you are using again and again, it comes under the self-plagiarism, and it must be avoided with your content of your topic of your course as well. Uh, One of my colleagues earlier discussed with me. I have published some research papers in a reputed research journal. Should I use? Can I use? May I use this content for MOOC? Then we should aware about that. It comes under the self-plagiarism. We should avoid the same. And there's so many things related with the points, combining your previously published works to create one larger article or even a book without acknowledging the previous articles. Engaging self-plagiarism, your new paper could be deemed as a redundant publication. This could lead to copyright infringement. We must avoid the same. And guidelines to avoid the plagiarism. How can we avoid plagiarism for your video of our content? The proposal should be copyright clear. Images and videos, clips used as core and supplementary reading in case of licensed material, if used. We will discuss about the licensed material, licensed kind of a content, and photo, pictures in later of this slide in my presentation. Whereas we can understand about the copyright clear material should be used, direct references to specific materials, ensure that content is not plagiarized, and the similarity of the e-text should not exceed 15%. It's an important point. We may, if the deemed fit, we may use some kind of a material, reference material, but not exceeded from 15%, or we can say we cannot, the UGC or a government authority cannot allow more than 15% of the plagiarism, or we can say the reference material for your content. And UGC in Tibet has provided universities with Turnitin and Urkund software to check plagiarism. It's an important point. Urkund is the important software, and I know I can say our beloved deputy librarian Dr. A.P. Singhji has shared earlier about the how to use Urkund, and in our University Information Resource Center website you may find the Urkund link to plagiarize free material and your content for the same. Online freely available software, plagiarismdetect.com, can be used for your upliftment or a best content or a plagiarized free content of the same of your proposal. Submission of MOOCs proposal. Many images are subject to copyright too. When doing a Google image search, refine your search results based on different types of usage rights. You must aware about the same, about copyright matter, because if you will submit all the proposals and after completion of your proposal or before the starting of the proposal, the website or the platform like SWAYAM, CC, UGC, or a government agency, etc., will request you to submit a copyright pro forma. Copyright should be submitted to the agencies, various agencies, or a sponsoring agencies. It's your work, its work is your original, so that you must aware about the copyright act and copyright material points. Whereas you can find out a work in the public domain is not protected by intellectual property law. The public owns these works, not an individual author or artist. You can freely use a public domain work image without obtaining permission. There are so many websites, there are so many materials available on the website, various websites, where you can find out your appropriate picture, animation, or a content for your topic, for your subject, for your course. And this is the important point. How can we use images? And we have discussed earlier in the previous PPT about image, pictures, animation, case studies, reference material are important to attract to the scholars, towards the students, as well as it must be acknowledged by the various agencies. You can use various images on Creative Commons. You can use Creative Commons is a non-profit organization that provides free is most important point here, easy to use copyright licenses. You can use the picture, animation, or any kind of a symbolic content, symbol, or anything related with the how to enrich your content for your course, that you can use Creative Commons. And I have already used some pictures, materials from Creative Commons, where you can share an author's creative work with the Creative Commons license chosen by the author. Read the license of each image to decide. Where you can find out some free images. Selected Creative Commons platforms are Creative Commons Search, Flickr Creative Commons, Wikimedia Commons, Europeana, and Foster, where you can find out your appropriate study material. We cannot say it's a picture or a animation or any symbol kind of a things. Guidelines to contributors. It's very important. A course coordinator cannot contribute 40 video lectures and 40 content for your course, any course of a MOOC. Then you must aware that you cannot write 40 material, 40 content, and I am contributing another project, or we can say another course coordinator of a journalism field, and I am writing for 8 to 9, we can say the module or a content, or we can say the paper for the same journalism and others, where we should aware about that. How can we finalize, how can we enlist the content writers list, and we must aware about how can we proceed further. Then content writers for writing the e-text, content reviewers. After content, you may send to the content reviewers, who will be the expert of the same, and they will review and they will suggest some important inputs for the same. And one important point, you will pay the remuneration to honorarium to the content writers, to the content reviewers, to the technical reviewers for the video lectures, and teaching assistants. All are the paid assignments from the UGC or any of the platform. Renowned, reputed, and experienced academicians from the concerned disciplines are coordinated to build a team for delivering excellence in the field of open educational resources. After that, you will be able to discharge your responsibilities, accountabilities towards your course for successful of your course, MOOC course. Do's and don'ts is very important, but I think you will discuss the same matter in the next issues or in next sessions of video production, do's and don'ts. About don'ts, if you will prepare your video, should focus on eye contact in computer laptop is not good, and about the same may be discussed or will be discussed in the sessions related with the video production. Then we will not cover in detail, and we will come forward with the next PPT. Very important. Madam is the professor of AIMS, and the basic idea to showcase here to about the style, how to deliver your understanding. Demos, you can demonstrate your understanding in front of the video camera to connect and to establish and to explore and to give your idea about your course, about your content towards the scholars and the students. So graphics, you may use graphics as we have discussed earlier. An energetic presentation about law. National Law University, just behind to our GGSIP University, National Law University, is has produced very energetic kind of a presentation, and we must appreciate a presentation. Pro forma for inviting expression of interest for developing MOOCs. We must know about the pro forma. It's a basic pro forma where you can submit your various points related with we have discussed earlier or a previous slide about title of your MOOC, knowledge stream, subject, degree program, credit program, credit. You must write here the 3 or 4 credit, name, details of the course coordinator, designation, contact detail, and experience in years, how many experience you have, nature of employment, permanent, temporary, professional, university, institute, college associated with, where you can launch your MOOC course with the association of your university, your institution must be right here, and then post institute offering the course, name, address, and details. And again, this type of information you should give. After that, detailed MOOC proposal. You will again, you must know about the same. Please write here course title, description of your course, remarks as per the paper in the CBCS syllabus, or as you wish and as you know very well about your course. Next, subjects. What discipline will be of your course? Degree, UG degree, it will be included for UG or a master's degree. You must adhere, you must mention it. Course category, core, elective certificate, then semester paper, odd semester, even semester. Specific the university institute name, where the course is being taught. More or less, you may know after filling the form. Very easy. It's not a principle of a rocket science. It's not an alien matter. It's very easy, very simple. And many of my esteemed colleagues has been submitted this type of a proposal earlier with UGC, with ICSR, with AICT, with the Ministry of Science and Technology. They know about the proposal form and how they will fill. Weekly course plan. You must write about your weekly course plan of your course. And in last, we have some information, some insight, some various resources. And I would like to share these references in front of you from which we have found best suitable to showcase my idea, my understanding about to how to produce and how to submit my proposal. And again, I would like to thank you again. And I feel very humble. I feel very enthusiastic to be invited to participate and to interact with you all. And I have given you basic insight, basic idea about how to submit our projects, how to start our course on MOOC platform, and how can you establish your reputation, your institutional reputation towards the academia, towards the society, towards the nation and international platform. Thank you all. And again, I would like to request you, and I welcome all the questions, all the information sharing, interaction from your side. Thank you again, organizing committee, especially Professor Dhananjay Joshi sir, and Dr. Anjali Shaukin madam, Dr. Amit Ahuja ji, and we can must appreciate the efforts of the research scholar, teaching assistant of this FDP. And I do believe that after completion of this FDP, it's most important FDP according to my understanding. We have find out so many posters, information about FDP, but this type of FDP is very useful for the future prospects. And I can quote one FDP conducted by just 1 week before from the HRDC JNU, that they have launched a FDP on MOOCs development and open educational resources for the faculty members. We must congratulate to all the organizing committee, all the participants, and especially to our Honorable Vice Chancellor Padam Shri Professor Mahesh Verma ji for his patronage, for his leadership, and all the professors, deans of our university. They are encouraging time to time for the promotion of this open educational resources, especially MOOCs, etc. Thank you. Thank you again.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
Thank
May
you.
I ask a question?
Yes. Now it's the time for the questions. So, sir, participants are want to ask some questions. Yes, you, Shekhar Sumanji, you can ask.
Sumanji, first of all, I'd like to request you please introduce yourself. After that, you may ask your question. That after that, we may be able to understand about your affiliation. Then we can be easily deliver, or we will try to find out the best solution for you for your question. Please, Shekhar Suman.
Okay, sir, I think he is not able to connect. So let me see in the chat box. Some questions are there. So it's
Anjali, I would like to ask question. Diksha here.
yes, Diksha, you can ask.
Namaste, madam.
Namaskar, sir. I'm from USCM.
I know very well. I am very familiar with your credentials and contributions related with the open educational resource.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, I just wanted to ask you that if
Yes.
so, I just wanted to know that if you want to put a documentary link, won't that be counted? Since you suggested that you should put a small documentary while you're taking a lecture, won't that documentary be a part of plagiarism? And in case
Documentary content at the same, we know about the nuances of the plagiarism. Then we should abide the rules and regulations of the plagiarism. After that, we may be understand and we may able to understand about how to use documentary evidences or not. We should know, we should aware about the plagiarism rules and regulations. Then we may use documentary evidences or a document.
Okay. Thank you, sir. There is one more question in the chat box that the participants they want to ask about that those persons who are not working in universities, so they can apply, they can make proposal.
As per, yeah, as per my information and my understanding, they may apply that even then, if they have participated in a university life as well, then they can offer a MOOC course, because MOOC course eligibility criteria is institutional, host institutional, who will launch your course, which university institute will launch your MOOC course must be adhere with your proposal. Then if you will not be to open or to can we can say that you have liberty to establish and to start a course, because there must be adhere with the credit system. There must be adhere with the educational or a institution or affiliating institution or a university. Then independent can be produced, can launch the course, but with the affiliation of the any institution or a university.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you. Sir, Dr. Shekhar Suman wants to ask about that when in the proposal there are some things like the copyrights, the open licensing, Creative Commons license. So these things are there. So while a person develops these open educational resources, so how these things are to be cared of?
It's
And I
very
think
simple.
mhm.
It's very simple. If you are going to start a proposal, your proposal or a content should be original, should be written by yourself first. And if you want to motivate to take some important content from the others, from the other scholars or researchers, must cite, must acknowledge their work. And about the pictures, there are so many softwares, there are so many websites where a researcher, a scholar can find out the picture or any symbol or any animation kind of a things for your course on a free. It's a free. I have used some study materials like pictures to connect with our students and scholars. I have used some of its kind of a pictures and content.
Okay.
Sir, my question is that when we see Creative Commons license, uh, then we see a symbols CC by SA, CC by ND, CC by NC. What is
See,
mean?
see, it's very natural and obvious question to understand about the copyright. It also explain about the copyright matter, and there are so many things. I have gone through the whole sessions will be covered in during the FDP, and the copyright expert will adhere your issues more and more and more intelligently, more importantly than me, and you can be able to understand about the same. But it's a basic idea. If the C will be attached or I will mention at any picture, any photograph, any kind of a study material, it it must we can understand about it's the copyright material.
I just want to add on this to Dr. Shekhar Suman. So tomorrow morning we are sorry today tomorrow the first session is on this Creative Commons license only.
Very
So I
nice.
think yeah, your all doubts will be cleared in that session.
In a vast manner, we can say.
Yes, yes.
And if you will
Okay.
go through your whole session of your FDP, you will be understand about it's a very intelligent kind of a FDP to enhance the every participants to understand about how to produce, how to prepare, and for the MOOCs course and for your contribution on open educational resource platform.
जी सर. So many.
मैं मैडम ये कहना चाहता हूँ, इस पूरे सेशंस को आप देखो, वीडियो प्रोडक्शन के बारे में आपने रिसोर्स पर्सन बुलाया है, आपने कॉपीराइट कॉमन इसके लिए क्रिएटिव कॉमन्स के लिए लाइसेंसिंग के लिए आपने इनवाइट किया है, आपने एडिटिंग के लिए रिसोर्स पर्सन बुलाया है, आपने प्रपोजल सबमिट करने के लिए बुलाया है. मुझे नहीं लगता कि कोई भी ऐसा पॉइंट जो प्रपोजल से रिलेटेड है, जो मूक से रिलेटेड है, जो ओपन एजुकेशनल रिसोर्स से रिलेटेड है, उसको आपने छोड़ा है. मैं ये कह सकता हूं, मैं आप सबको इसके लिए धन्यवाद देता हूं, पुनः बधाई देता हूं पूरी ऑर्गेनाइजिंग टीम के लिए, यूनिवर्सिटी को, सीनियर प्रोफेसर्स को, यूएससी को और आप सब लोगों को कि आपने इतना बढ़िया एफडीपी प्लान किया है कि मेरा पूरा विश्वास है कि आफ्टर कंप्लीशन ऑफ दिस एफडीपी every participant will contribute the MOOCs course for the proposal of the MOOC course. और आपने मेरा काम बहुत आसान कर दिया एज ए कोऑर्डिनेटर MOOCs ऑफ आवर यूनिवर्सिटी JJS IPU, क्योंकि बहुत सारी बातें हो रही थी और बहुत सारे जो हमारे साथी थे, कुलीग्स थे, उन्होंने कहा कि हाउ टू अंडरस्टैंड अबाउट द वेरियस थिंग्स रिलेटेड विद द प्रपोजल एंड हाउ कैन वी गो फॉरवर्ड. And after completion of this FDP, I do believe that they will be able to understand about the same. Thank you, organizing team, for facilitating my responsibility, accountability towards my colleagues, my friends of the USS and other research scholars and faculty members who have joined this FDP from Kanyakumari to Kashmir, from North East to Gujarat and Maharashtra.
Thank you so much, sir.
Any more question?
Yes, dear participants, if you want to ask some question, you can ask. Otherwise,
sir, this is Dr. Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Hello, this is Dr. Indrajit Datta from Maulana Azad National Urdu University, sir.
Hyderabad.
Yes, sir.
I have visited in your international conference organized by Professor Ehtesam Khan ji, who is the Dean of EMRC and Mass Communication Department.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Sir, my question is that whether two different institutions come together and submit a proposal for MOOCs?
No problem, but the host institution will be one. Because you can understand, you are the senior professor, you can understand about the problem related with the financial disbursement or a account settlement. That's why UGC or a CC or any of the platform must, as a whole, must must accept to the single institution. Whereas you may go through with the two different institutions, but the project money will go to the one institution, and host institution will be the one.
Thank you, sir.
Only one institution can offer, host institution.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Any other question? Okay, I think, sir, now the participants, they are satisfied and they are not.
We cannot say the participants. We can say the friends. We can say the esteemed colleagues. We can say our partner for the daily life of our academic life of our institution.
लॉकडाउन में अभी बंद
They all are friends and they are all colleagues.
Yeah.
Yes, they all are colleagues. They all are friends, sir.
Yeah.
Yes. So I would like to request Dr. Amit Ahuja to please deliver the vote of thanks.
I think there is no need of. I am fine, thank you, Amit Bhai. I would like to request you and to request one thing. I will accept your thank you or a note of thanks if you will participate, you will present your MOOC course, your proposal for MOOCs.
Definitely. I mean, your guidance I have submitted.
Oh,
If you
thank you.
recall,
Thank you so much, Amit
very
bhai.
well.
Thank you so
From
much.
USC, I did it quite earlier. Yeah.
Oh, so nice of
Well,
you. Thank you so much.
definitely you enlightened us today with all aspects pertaining to MOOC's proposal, that is design, development, and guidelines. And I remember the moment, sir, when I requested you to conduct this session, you immediately accepted our invitation. So thank you very much, sir, for teaching us all these aspects of MOOC proposal through this FDP. And as per your guidelines, I would like to say thanks to our esteemed colleagues, our fellow partners also for being focused throughout the day with you and us also. And we will meet tomorrow for another learning. Thank you very
And
much.
have a great tea with your family members. Please. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome.
सब लोग चाय पीजिए. चाय पीने का समय मुझे लगता है सही आ गया है. 5:30 or 6 o'clock. 5:37. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Now I request Priyanka to please play the Gayatri Mantra. Thank you everyone. So tomorrow again we will meet at 2 o'clock for the session which will be taken by Dr. Yashpal on Creative Commons license. So now we are ending the meeting.